Nice. Alright. What happened to my scene? Oh man. Capture card. Let's add the listing capture card. What is it? Add source. Video capture. OBS. What? Alright, still getting set up here. We just need to create another scene. Scope view. Boop. You know how many sources? Let's add a video capture device. Let's add the existing scope. Okay. Boop. There's a scope. And then we'll also add cancel. Nope. Also add a video capture existing. Let's add the OBS spot. Okay. Nice. Hey, there we go. Neat. Oh man. Sick. Alright, yeah, alright, cool. Well, we figured that out. Let's hop in. We got a scope. We are ready to fix some stuff. That's exciting. Okay. I need a quick snack. Quick snack break. Oh, that's cool. Okay. This stream is not sponsored by Robert Irving's Crunch Bar. Only 16 grams of, sorry, 16 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar, and only 190 calories. All while being gluten free. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Let's pick some games. That's what we have come here for. Alright, game number 1. Let's start with an easy one. In my opinion, yellows are always pretty dang easy. So, this yellow came in. I haven't seen it yet. Let's pop it open. Take a look at what we're working with. So right off the bat, pins look clean. Board looks clean. This seems like it's in really good shape. We like to see that. Looks like it's in great shape from the front. I don't see any sort of vias broken. There's some hair here, but other than that, it looks to be in great shape. Now, what is the actual problem? Let's wet it up. Clean those pins real quick. Grab us a tester. Oh, we get a boot logo. Okay, and we get a flash. So we'll show that one more time. It does boot, and it flashes. Alright. Game won't boot. Let us pull out the scope. Whoa, easy hoss. Okay. Switching over to scope mode. Taking a look here. I feel like I'm cheating, and I'm just asking the class now what their thoughts are on the board. Pins seem good. Watch this. Let's come over here. Oh, you see that? You see that wiggle right there? Let's see if I can zoom in just a touch. Focus in the back. There's 3 times in. Alright, watch this. Here we go. There it be. There it be, chat. I love it. It's easy. Okay. So the answer to this is very simply to boop, 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 hit that section with the knife. And actually, before we reflow just those pins, we will grab those, put them in there. bring this battery off. Oh, by the way, we are no longer looking at the scope. We are taking the battery out for right now. And we'll go back into scope view here in a second. Just want to take that off and make reaching for that a bit easier. We're back. Yes. A little bit of knife action right there. Come back in. This is where I really like having the foam tips. I don't mess with these components using the Q-tip. Just leaves too much gum behind. Okay. What are the chances? What are the chances? God, I love fixing yellows. They're so easy. And boots. I love fixing yellows so much. One thing we'll check real quick though is, first off, the Game Boy with a light that you can actually see. There we go. Oh, don't do that to me. Boop, boop, boop. Repair knife off. New game. Oh, looks fine. Nice. Great. So now we just move on to adding a battery, which will take all of 6 seconds to do. We've got our CR616 tray ready to go on the side. So throw the battery in, flash it, test it. Easy peasy. That is an easy fix. Really, really easy fix. I'm going to try to see if I can get you in the camera a little bit better. There we go. Telling you, this happens all the time on these yellows. I don't know why. It's just that one piece, right, that flexes, and that solder is so prone to cracking in the one spot. But I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. That's a really, really easy fix. Takes nothing to fix that. You can reflow the whole board. That's not a problem. But if it just needs to have that one pin fixed, like, why go to all that trouble? We'll flash that save. And we've already done the new game test. So that really just leaves us with a save test. And then we'll move on. Go ahead and sign off on it. Because we're feeling cocky and confident. Nice. And boots. Fantastic. Does not get much easier than that for fixes. That is such a softball. Okay, next. Do one more and call it a night. So here is a silver, and I have not seen it. Not seen the inside, so we're going in completely blind. It also boots, but it sticks, so that's good. Gets to the logo. Okay, so something it wants to boot. Oh, that's an odd looking screen. Okay, well, let's take a look. Moment of truth. Okay, very dry. I'm seeing some stuff that's not really showing up on camera, but if you take a look, this has some corrosion stuff. I don't know what that is. Fuzz. This looks pretty jankety down here. There's some wear marks, some wear lines there. What has me most concerned though is whatever this is right here. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but there's some sort of like corrosion going on underneath that IC, underneath the RAM. There's also a little bit of something going on here. We'll get this pulled up under the scope, but this is looking a little grody. This all could be dust too. So maybe the first thing that we do is isopropyl bath it. That might help us with just getting this thing looking clean. So we'll actually pull off. I'm gonna grab a third soldering iron. Introduce it to the mix here, because this thing's going to heat up faster than any of the other ones for getting this battery off. We'll go ahead and pull this battery, and then we'll throw it in the isopropyl bath and use that as kind of our starting point for triaging this. Not that we can't do this without a clean, but it's just going to be a lot easier to diagnose if we can start from a clean board. So I'm going to take this and throw it into isopropyl bath. Can come with if you like. Bath time. Whoosh. 3 minutes. What should we do for 3 minutes? Well, we can crack open a new game. We can clean stuff up. Or we can eat 200 calories of Munchies, Cheetos, cheddar cheese crackers. I know which one I'd like. I'm going to try to not touch the crackers because I've been handling lead solder. We'll see if we can. Ow. So good. That time's over. Nice. All right. We're gonna come up and out just to get a better view. So, did it do a better job? Not really. That's still looking really grody. I don't know if that's going to affect playability. I don't know what's underneath these chips. I don't know if this guy's leaking or what. We still have yet to figure that out. The pads look okay. A lot of gunk, a lot of like hair and stuff in there. So a lot of hair here. Alright, take a look at the NBC. Same kind of thing. We got like some corrosion, some gunk. Not great. Very, very grody. I don't know what that is. Yuck. Okay, well, let's begin with the protocol. Uh, Step one is always to reflow situations like this. Oops. Start with the reflow and see if that helps. I haven't looked at the back. Just kind of eyeballing the back here. Don't see any corroded vias. Don't see anything that's terrible in the back. I think that reflowing is going to have a strong chance of fixing this. I'm actually going to switch to the scope view for this so you can see what I'm doing. Right now I'm heating up the repair knife. This is a butterfly. Sorry, not a butterfly. This is a chisel. Maybe? I don't know. I'll show you what the tip looks like. I've heard it called a knife tip. So I think that's usually what I call it. The way to set this up, I'll kind of back out for a second. In my vise, I like to set it up at the corner here because I'm right-handed. And if I'm doing all my work here on the right-hand side, this kind of fits my flow the best. But set that up in the vise like so, and then come over here. And what we'll do is we'll lay down a fat pad of solder. You can also come in with some flux. And we're just going to add a copious amount of solder and just drag over all those pins. And I can tell that I'm bridging some of them, and that's okay. The point is to just soak this thing. Absolutely soak it. Come back around. We'll do the other side now of the ROM chip. Lots of solder here. Lots of flux. Just trying to get everything nice and gooey and reflowed. I am noticing something kind of cocky. Nope, that is good. Okay, moving on to the RAM chip. A little bit faster. Also, the RAM chip is a bit bigger. You notice how it has more pins, kind of a bigger component, bigger footprint in general. Um, that means we can really lay on this one. We can really lay that solder on. And that will just help us make sure it's getting good connections. Great. I know these top pins here are kind of grody, so I'm gonna really lay that stuff on thick. Okay, moving on. We're gonna come down to the mapper chip. This pin is gross, so hopefully this will kind of clean it up slightly. It's not a great idea to lay a ton of flux on because these pins really just don't need it, and you'll end up cleaning a lot more than you are actually reflowing. So that looks to be a problem. That gunk looks to be kind of a problem in here, so we'll just kind of try to clean it out with the pin. Go. Just want to make sure that that looks good. So far, so good. I don't really know where that corrosion is coming from. Okay, next up. Here. Nice. Looks good, no real bridging. Over the saddle. And under the spine. And for good measure, this power management chip up top also hit it. Big legs, big components. We can really put the solder onto that. Same for over on this side. Just hit that nicely. Great. Great. Okay, let's do a quick sanity check here on pins and just make sure we have no bridging. That kind of looks like bridging right there. Let's see if we can get a close up. There we go. Nope, no bridging. Great. No bridging. Still looks gross as hell. No bridging. No bridging. Still super gross. Gross. Cool. Well. Fine enough. Okay. Into the bath we go. Into the bath we go. Can't see it, but I promise. It just went in the isopropyl bath. That will help us clean off all that solder, flux, nastiness. Meanwhile, I can clean up some tools quickly. Cleaning up Flux pen is always a job. This thing is constantly filthy. Constantly. Constantly leaking. Tool pads are constantly leaking. Okay, that was almost a minute. Come back out. Let's see if we made any progress. Moment of truth. Do we improve it? Do we make it worse? What do you know? The boots. Let's do a new game test. See if we get any glitching, any spots, any grossness. Oh, just good old oak. Great. Alright, let's move on to verifying that the charge circuit works. We have the repair knife out, which is not the best knife for putting down a battery, but we will make it work in a pinch. Got ourselves a big boy battery. Add some solder on to make this easier to lay down. Good. Let's flash it. Now a trick that you can do to quickly verify whether or not this is going to work is you can measure the voltage on the RAM chip, which needs to be powered in order to hold the save. Those 2 points are right here and right here. It's kind of off camera, but over here you can see just the light, so it's not right on it. If we hit the top and the bottom parts of the RAM chip, you can see we're reading about 3 volts, which is what the battery puts out. If we weren't reading 3 volts here, we would need to start walking our way back up the trace to find out where. Walk our way back up to the power management chip to find out what is causing the issue. Okay, so this is a Gen 2, and it is a flash save, so what we need to do is to flash it. And then we will be in the business of testing that the flash took. And if the flash took, we can mark this guy as done. I've been fighting so many difficult cartridges lately that it's really nice every once in a while to just have a couple of carts that work. That just work. So we've got a game. We continue. We'll do the save test. It saves. Reboot. Nice. GG. So we tested the flash. It holds the battery save. Tested a new game. Looks good. ready to go. That's it. That's all I've got for tonight. This stream was really just about getting a lot of the hardware kinks to my streaming setup figured out, and I think we mostly accomplished that. This camera sort of sucks, but we got the scope working. Pretty impressive. So, anyways, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you for coming to watch, and thanks for thanks for watching. I don't know if we're ever going to be as lucky as we did this stream, where we got 2 out of 2, but I do have. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3. All 3 reds. All 3 don't work. And we will probably work on those tomorrow night.